Welcome one all back to ZTKM Sports Talk. Last time we left off, we talked about the Philadelphia 76ers, the Phoenix Suns, the Portland Trailblazers, and the very young, seems like they're going to be very talented Sacramento Kings. Today we're going to be talking about the San Antonio Spurs, the Toronto Raptors, the Utah Jazz, and the Washington Wizards. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to start with the San Antonio Spurs. We have LaMarcus Aldridge, Kyle Anderson, Joel Anthony, Davis Bertans, Jaren Blossomgame, Matt Costello, Brian Forbes, Pau Gasol, Rudy Gay, Manu Ginobili, Danny Green, Joffrey Laverne, David Lee, Kawhi Leonard, Patty Mills, DeJounte Murray, Tony Parker, Brandon Paul, Landon Parantes, and Derek White. The record last year was 61-21, with the second best record behind the Warriors for the Western Conference. If they were combined both conferences, they'd be the second best team probably. The Celtics had 53 wins. So yeah, they would have easily been second best, and that would have knocked everybody down. But they were the second best in the West. And we'd like to go ahead and start with their starting five for the San Antonio Spurs.
It'd probably be, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of them having Patty Mills start and having Parker come off the bench just because he can't do what he used to. But I still think they'll have Parker start along with Green, Leonard, Aldridge, and Gasol.
Yep.
Okay, Taco agrees. I'd have to say, probably, I almost agree with Zach. Parker's getting a little bit up there in age. Patty Mills is not quite a bit younger, but he's younger. His body's still at a good, healthy rate because he's been able to come off the bench. The only thing you can also see maybe, which we'll get into a little bit later, about Rudy Gay, him coming off the bench is pretty huge. That's big signing for them, for their bench. But I'll go ahead and I'll agree with pretty much Zach for now. Tony Parker, Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Pau Gasol.
I'll do the same. Yeah, I'm with Kyle on Rudy Gay. He's been a starter his whole career, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Rudy Gay. He'd be the only one, but like you said, we'll talk about that.
So worst and best players, I'm gonna have to go with.
I think depending on like lineups and injuries and stuff, Ginobili could start too.
Yeah, with the injuries, Ginobili, he's always been a sixth man person, but if injuries were to go down, he could come in easily. Worst player, man, that's difficult. But the best player, I mean, is hands down Kawhi Leonard.
Right.
Worst player would probably be Tony Parker. He's getting over there in too old of an age. He isn't going to be able to play as much defense against the best point guards. I'd have to probably say he's probably going to be the worst player for the starting five.
I mean, obviously, like you said, Kawhi's going to be the best. I have never, ever liked Pau Gasol.
I was going to say the same thing.
They never liked him. Even though he's a decent.
I've never liked Gasol either. And plus, now, like I said last time, we don't really use true centers anymore.
No.
Spread the floor. So.
I'll probably say that's a tough one because it's between Powell and Tony Parker for the worst. But if depending on how slowed down Tony Parker is after one more year, I'd probably go with Tony Parker being the worst but Powell's not exactly known for his athleticism. So
No.
he's he kind of is a liability in some ways.
Yeah, he's 38, 39 years
He's
old.
up there now.
Yeah.
Tony Parker's he's getting. Oh, I don't know.
Tony Parker's only 29,
No,
I
30.
think.
He's in his 30s. Tony Parker.
I don't think so. Maybe he might be.
Tony Parker is definitely in his 30s.
Because he's been in the league
He's like
15 or
35.
16 years. Yeah.
He's like
I think he came out of high school, so
yeah.
he never played college.
Because
so
Patty Mills is almost 30. Patty Mills is 28 or 29.
Yeah.
And Tony Parker is a lot.
He's got a lot of miles on him, too. He's rapping down the court a lot of times. So I'd say Parker. But Pau Gasol just is kind of a liability. He just doesn't score.
35.
35 now.
Yeah, 35, and then, yeah, like what I said, Patty Mills is 29.
So that's
So
16 years from the league for Parker. That's a long time to be in the league, run up and down the court. But Pau Gasol's how old's Pau Gasol?
36.
36.
36?
So,
Something like
Oh,
that.
wow.
so he's not exactly. Of course, he never was known for his athleticism.
No.
So that's not that big a deal.
All right. One player off the bench that could there's several players I can see right here that I could see possibly starting, but
Yeah.
what was that?
So there's several.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm-
you got Kyle Anderson. You
Yeah,
got,
he's pretty decent.
He shoots. He's the guy that shoots the threes.
No.
No. That's what Anderson is that?
Justin Anderson?
No, the Anderson that's shoots the threes.
Oh, Ryan Anderson.
Ryan Anderson. This
Yeah.
is Kyle. Never mind.
Kyle Anderson. Yeah, he can't
Yeah.
shoot.
No.
Yeah, Kyle Anderson is all defense.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking to Ginobili, Gay,
Mills.
Mills, yep.
Yeah, so there's three right there.
David Lee.
Yeah, David
Over
Lee.
maybe
actually,
Pau
yeah.
Gasol. Yeah.
There's quite a bit.
I'm gonna have to go with Rudy Gay just because again he's been a starter. Everybody else has never really had that chance to really start, and he's really well known for scoring.
Yeah, he could definitely play the 2-guard spot over
Danny Green.
Danny Green.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if anything, he's slightly bigger than Kwawi, so you could move
Yeah.
Kwawi to the shooting guard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Pau Gasol.
I mean,
or-
he definitely could handle a shooting guard. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I would think that knowing Popovich, he loves Manu Ginobili. Let's face it, so he'll probably bring him off the bench first
Mhm.
because
yeah, but
that's his buddy.
Manu's already 40.
40 years
right?
old. I know it's
just-
hard to believe, and he signed a 2-year contract.
Yeah, I
He signed
can't-
another-
Isn't it
see
him
him
and Vince
start.
Carter are tied for oldest?
Yeah, so they're both. It's just
Did he
amazing.
Did Vince sign the 2-year?
Yeah,
2-year
two-year
Vince was
deal.
the 1 year.
2-year,
Hey.
$5 million, something like that.
So, yeah.
But
So-
yeah, I don't see him starting. I
Oh.
like him at sixth man for Ginobili. He's a really good presence
Well,
when
he
it
comes
comes
in off
on
the bench.
sixth
Yeah,
man.
he leads the team.
Yep.
But it's hard
One-
to believe he's still hanging in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going with Patty Mills for
Patty Mills?
Parker.
For Parker.
Yeah.
That would be the best option. Like
Oh,
the
sure.
most likely option
In
that'll
fact,
happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
It wouldn't
I
be
can't
surprising to have Patty Mills start actually ahead of.
I can't even remember the last time Parker's finished a full season.
I never. Yeah.
Mhm,
He's
it's been
always
a
hurt.
while.
He gets hurt. Yeah.
Okay, here's another topic that we haven't really done with past several videos because it hasn't really been an option. That's who we'd like to be the starters. And I'm going to go with Tony Parker, Danny Green, Rudy Gay, Kawhi Leonard, and LaMarcus Aldridge. We're going with a Warriors type of lineup.
Small lineup.
Lot smaller. A lot of them are good scorers. That'd be pretty fun to watch that kind of squad.
I like that. I would sub out Patty Mills.
Oh, Patty Mills for Parker?
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
I just
More
Parker-
scoring probably.
Yeah, Parker's play style is just not.
I see that.
He's not up to playing Parker's play style anymore.
Yeah. That makes sense because he's more.
Patty Mills can hit the
Yeah,
three.
three
obviously.
very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And if you have Patty Mills, Danny Green, Rudy Gay is okay at the 3. Spreading Kwawi out, even
Mhm.
Aldridge can hit the
Yeah.
3.
Mhm.
You get that floor spread really well, and it allows for quality to be able to drive and whatnot.
Yeah.
And Rudy Gay is a phenomenal
Score.
athlete
Scorer.
as well.
And a scorer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a scoring lineup there.
Yep.
Who did you say? Who was your lineup?
Oh, I said Tony Parker, but Zach brought up a good point. That's
Patty Mills.
maybe Patty Mills instead. Danny Green, Rudy Gay, Kawhi Leonard, and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
A lot more athletic.
Athletic.
Actually, a lot more athletic, a lot more
Marcus is
scorer.
exactly
Yeah.
athletic, yeah, but
Not
he
athletic,
can
but
score.
compared to Pau Gasol,
Well,
the
though.
center, yeah, it's a lot
I
more
would say
different.
you take Gasol out and then put in Aldridge and then put in Mills and
Put 3-pointers
Leonard,
around
and
him.
then just build around him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why this team's so good. Because they've got a lot of parts that are really good.
Parts, yep, they are really well known for like being able to pass the ball
And score.
easily. Yep.
Score, yeah.
He's mad that you took him out of the starting lineup.
Pau Gasol.
All right. Like I said last year, 61-21.
In the
Second-
West.
second in the West.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Um,
What changes have they made since last year? Well, just this past
Everybody's gotten older.
year. They're all,
A little bit
they
older.
Didn't really add anybody or
They added
added
Rudy Gay.
but
Right.
Even
Who'd they
he's gotten
lose?
older.
anybody? Who did they lose? Do you remember? Nobody important.
not probably
Okay,
really.
So they got
no.
better then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They haven't lost anybody, but they
They
Gained-
They got older.
They
yeah.
had Aldridge last year, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He got older the last couple
Yeah.
of games.
Yeah.
So
They got
yeah.
him when Duncan left, or the year after.
No, right.
When
They-
Duncan left, yeah.
Yeah,
they
they-
picked him up.
Brendan
Yeah.
Aldridge. Yeah. Record.
So 61-21. What do you guys think?
I'm thinking the West got better.
Yeah.
The really big thing for me with the Spurs, like this roster is not a 61-21 roster. You have to look at the coach. That's what this 61-21
Yeah,
is.
pretty much.
And it's hard to drop that, but this roster's just, it's not, with the West being like it is
And they've
now.
gotten older.
I'm gonna drop them 5. Still saying that they're super positive contenders and say they go 56-26.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with that too. Yeah, makes sense.
I was.
Parker's not going to be able to play as much minutes.
Mhm.
So Mills will come in. Ginobili's not going to play as much. Gasol's not going to play as much.
And I mean, honestly, that's really just Popovich is amazing. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I feel like they'll do worse than that. Because I mean, even we were looking at the standings, and like the second or the third place team behind them only won 53 games.
Wow.
So I feel like going all the way down there is a possibility. Even because Wolves and Houston.
Yeah.
They've gotten better.
They got a lot better. I'm gonna go with 3 less
Yeah.
wins.
I was gonna say
58 wins.
58. I was
Yep.
gonna say 58.
It's Popovich.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Well, what he does and what he'll probably do again.
Every
knows
year.
He probably knows he won't get the best record,
mhm.
but he'll want to get like the second best. So he'll rest all of his guys, and he won't go for all the wins all season long. So
No.
he'll probably be in the 50s
Yep.
and still get the second best record.
Yep.
Well, try.
Try to
Get
get
the
second best. Yeah.
record.
He'd be
But-
fine with 3rd place.
Yeah.
He doesn't really care. I mean, a couple years ago, they were the 8th seed, and they
Yeah.
still were
Came into
incredible.
I know. So,
I mean,
What-
it doesn't really matter to him as long as they make the playoffs.
like Zach
really.
said, though, the other teams have gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it a little tougher this year.
Yep.
To get this coming year to get the wins,
But
but they got Kawhi Leonard.
yeah, I would say they got the Claw and they got Popovich. That's all you really
Yeah,
need.
you
Everybody else are just
If they stay
fill-ins.
healthy. Yeah, they
Yep,
should be
they stay
fine.
healthy, they'd be fine. They, like I said, no less
55.
than 50 wins. I could
Oh,
see.
yeah, there's
Yeah,
no
There's no way they're gonna lose less than that.
Yeah, Popovich won't allow that
No.
to happen.
And if
Right.
anything, they just trade Aldridge, get some younger players for Aldridge. That way they
Yeah.
can be a little bit younger. Trade him to a contender. It'd be, I mean, the possibilities are endless. Speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and say they've been, I guess, LaMarcus Aldridge supposedly has been upset with the San Antonio Spurs they've been talking about trading him away. I could see him being one of the players that gets traded. And that's what our next subject is going to be players that might get traded by the trade deadline, and I'm going with LaMarcus Aldridge. Trade him to a team that could use that kind of a power forward. His shot hasn't gone very well for him with the Spurs. Trade him for maybe a better center that can stretch out the floor versus Pau Gasol, or just get a lot more better pieces around Kawhi Leonard. So that's what I'd say is LaMarcus Aldridge would get traded.
I like the idea of trading LaMarcus Aldridge to get a couple, because this team is always in the playoff picture, so their pick is always like number 25.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's only been a couple decent players that have came. I say that, but there's probably been a bunch more than that.
Mm.
But it's just kind of
And
try to get some youthful pieces to work around Kawhi, so you have some stuff going.
And that's what
towards
Greg
the
Popovich
future.
is so great at. Somehow he pulls a trade off
together,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's funny is that what they do with their pick, because it's so low number, like what Zach said, 25, 26th pick. They'll go and they'll grab that player. They'll draft a foreign player, stash him away in the foreign place until they're ready to have him come over here, and they play tremendous for him. So,
yeah, I know. He's tremendous on.
I mean, look at Tony Parker and Ginobili. They both were foreign people, and they
came over.
They won championships.
I think only like 5 players on this team are safe.
Really, to be honest,
that's Parker, Leonard, Green, Ginobili, and
I wouldn't even call Green safe, honestly.
Green. He's been actually been talked about getting traded.
Maybe that's it. Maybe just 4.
Yeah, because they're talking him maybe getting trade. They've talked about Kawhi Leonard for Danny Green before.
One of the
Not
things,
Kawhi Leonard, but Kyrie Irving. I meant to say.
I could see where Pau Gasol could get traded.
Oh yeah.
Because
well, he did just
sign though, but.
Yeah.
The only 2 that are truly safe are Parker and Ginobili, because they're retiring.
Just gonna be he's buddies with those. He doesn't like seeing them go. And Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, there's no way they're getting rid of.
And Leonard is the best person on the team right now.
It makes me so mad thinking about the Pacers having him
Did they have
versus
Kawhi
George
Leonard?
Hill.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
I mean, he might not have developed into the player that he is.
But there's a good chance he would have. I think there's a good chance he would have.
The thing with that is that with Kawhi Leonard, he would have been with Frank Vogel. I mean, Frank Vogel is known for his defense, and that would have been.
We would have actually been able to get a shooting guard too.
Yeah.
To go along with that.
Because that's been one of our weak spots for the last.
Yeah. That team would have been pretty decent. Yeah, that would have been decent. Unbelievable.
We all say this, but then we look back at the old Thunder with Harden, Westbrook, and Durant.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what I was talking about, because Harden couldn't flourish, and then he got on his own, and
you get 2. You have there's only one basketball.
Yep.
On the team, you can only do so much. George probably would have been pissed off, so he would have left. It's one of those.
He would have left sooner than what he
left sooner just because he would have been the man. So.
Yep, and who knows who if he would have flourished. Paul George, he might have just been a bench player because he wanted to be able to get the ball.
Yeah, he would have scored like 24 points a game.
But at the same time, the Pacers with David West and Roy Hibbert, with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, those 4 against the Miami Heat back then, I think that's a championship contending team with those 4 right there. Back in those days, that would have been nasty.
Before it became a 3-point shooting contest.
Yep, because you would have had Paul George against Ray Allen, and then you would have had Kawhi Leonard versus LeBron James. That'd have been kind of an awesome matchup.
LeBron James has a hard time with Kawhi.
Oh yeah, really everybody does. Like Kawhi's hands are just. I mean, he engulfs the ball, that basketball, like as if it's like a little golf ball.
Yeah. One thing that Kawhi Leonard does, he has a kind of a rough time with the Golden State Warriors, but for the most part, he can guard. Klay Thompson stops him pretty good, but he can't guard. Steph Curry can't really do that because he's a little too tall.
Yep.
But he's
He can guard
tremendous.
anyone, but
He can guard anyone, but he's much better at like a Klay Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
He can guard anyone, but he can't guard the whole team.
No.
And he tried.
He
In
tries.
fact, I don't know about you guys, but last year, if he wouldn't have got hurt, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And that
Yeah, he did.
he got hurt in that. Was it the Golden State? Series,
Yeah,
wasn't
Golden
it?
State game. Yep. Yeah, that's right, because it was against Zaza Pachulia.
He got
Yep, he went and got hurt.
hurt his leg. He would. They may have won that series.
Yep.
Because they were looking pretty damn good.
Damn good, yep. They were winning by
They were
25
winning,
points.
Yeah, and they came all the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Pop was pissed. All right, well, with that being said, guys, that was a pretty good, long,
They're
lengthy
a good
conversation
team,
for
yeah.
the Spurs. Whoops, not the Jazz. We are going to go and move on to the Toronto Raptors. OG Anunoby, Lorenzo Brown, Bruno Caboclo, DeMar DeRozan, Serge Ibaka, Kyle Lowry, KJ McDaniels, Kennedy Meeks, CJ Miles, Malcolm Miller, Lucas Nogueira, Jacob Potel, Norman Powell, Pascal Siakam, Jonas Valanciunas, Fred Van Vliet, Kyle Wiltjer, and then DeLon Wright. Their record was 51-31, and they were the third best team in the Eastern Conference. I'll go ahead and mention my starting five. I'm going to go with Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, CJ Miles, Serge Ibaka, and Jonas Valanciunas is my starting five.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. I don't see anybody else on there.
I'd like to see OG start, but it's not going to happen.
No.
He's still hurt. Anyway, he's coming off that knee.
That knee, yeah. Who knows if he can be able to
He's
start.
He's coming off that knee, and even full health, he's not better than.
Maybe better.
CJ Miles, no, not yet.
He will be probably.
Yeah, I mean, CJ Miles is only known for 3-pointers.
Shooting,
Hopefully, Anunoby can have an overall better game than CJ Miles. But that's another subject that we'll be talking about here soon enough.
Don't cut me.
Worst and best players for you guys?
Miles and DeRozan.
Miles is the worst and DeRozan's the best. Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Yeah, I pretty much have to agree with that too. CJ Miles is he gets when he misses 2 3-pointers in one game, he might as well just have him sit on the bench because he just gets ice cold. But shit, once he hits that 3-pointer, he's locks and loads and just shoots them all the time. One player off the bench that you guys like to see maybe start over another player.
Norman Powell.
Was that?
I like the idea of DeMar going big to the small forward and them having Norman Powell start.
Okay.
Not really a fan of Miles being the starter. Like,
Yeah.
He's just not the starter.
He's more of a bench.
quality.
Yeah, he can come off the bench and
Coming
Fire
off
him
the
off.
bench and
Yeah.
getting you some points is more
Yeah.
of a role that he's.
And Taco wants to go
Obviously,
OG.
I want OG to start, but I've never been a fan of Ibaka either.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but there's nothing
there's
to
no-
replace.
Yeah, there's nobody to swap him out with.
no.
Not really.
Bruno could be used because he's a big small forward, but he's not bulky enough to play power. He plays more like Kevin Durant with less range.
So this team's already small as it is, so if you pull him out, they're really small.
I guess I had a reason why I'm looking. I am not commenting right now is that I guess that Bruno got kicked off of the Brazil national team for some reason. I can't remember what for. Oh, he refused to when they had him try to check in and come to the start playing. He just refused, so they
Wow.
sent him home. So.
Wow.
Not being a team
That's not a good
player, so
sign.
that's not a good sign.
I mean, he's not a good he's not going to be significant minutes.
Yeah. How long
anyway.
how long's he been in the league? Or is he-
A few years, not
has
very
he?
long.
Oh, okay.
only thing I can think of when it comes to what you guys are talking about, when it comes to maybe CJ Miles coming off the bench, is he actually played really well when he was at the power forward position last year for the Pacers. Maybe move Valanciunas to the bench and then have Ibaka at sixth man. So that way, again, this is all about today's ways of playing. That's the shoot the three-pointer, play a little bit of defense.
Why are you putting Valanciunas on the bench and Ibaka at six man? That doesn't make
Or
sense.
center, you mean?
Oh, not six man. I meant center.
I was like, what?
Yeah, center. Yeah,
Definitely not. I don't care how the game's played. Valanciunas is a much better player than Ibaka.
yeah.
Unless I would have to take him out for injury reasons or stamina reasons, I would play Valanciunas.
Again, that's what.
I mean, he's such a good rebounder.
Oh, I love Valanciunas.
He's a
I
good
want him to
free
start,
throw.
but
As far
when
as
it comes to the speed, yeah,
shoot-
not be able to shoot the ball. He's on the medium range, but again, it's today's society. I would like for him to start, but that's a different subject. Anyways, playoff. Well, we already did the bench. Is there any lineups that you guys like to see instead of?
OG instead of Miles. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Duh.
Record was 51-31. Third in the Eastern Conference. Again, the Eastern Conference is a lot worse this year than last year. So, what do you guys think?
I think with their big three, they're pretty much gonna repeat. They really didn't add anything, except they got CJ Miles instead of Corey Joseph. But with the amount of minutes that Lowry is playing, it kind of defeated the purpose of having Joseph anyway. So I see them pretty much going the same.
So 51-31?
Taking the third, fourth spot in the East.
We'll give him 2 more. So 53.
Yeah, with how bad the Eastern Conference is, I can see them maybe winning 2 more games.
It's kind of a shame because like that guard combo wins them 50 games in the East, and the Blazers have, I feel like, a better guard
guards,
combo.
yeah.
Yep.
And they're not even gonna make the playoffs.
That's
Yeah.
depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 51-31. I think, like what Taco said, 2 more wins, 53 wins. The Eastern Conference is awful.
Yeah, I'll go with one more loss, one more
Win?
win. So 52.
Oh, 52? Okay.
Yeah, just they haven't improved that much. They haven't gotten much worse. So they're a decent team.
They're gonna be stuck in that mid drift of
but-
not gonna be
yeah.
making the Eastern Conference Finals. They're gonna
Right.
be.
You got DeRozan can score like crazy, and so can Lowry, and so can but they're just kind of a blah team.
Yeah, they can't beat the Cavs.
They can't have the
No.
Celtics.
Or the
They're,
Celtics.
they're a solid number 3 team in the East.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I like the team that we're going to be talking about later as the number 3.
Oh, the Wizards.
He's always teasing it. Look at that.
Oh, teasing. All right. Was one player that you guys would that might get traded by the trade deadline?
Boy.
I would have said Lowry, but he decided to come back.
Yeah.
To be honest, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, to be honest, 2 years ago, a guy named DeMar DeRozan had talked about going and playing with the Lakers
Yeah, since he's from
from
West,
LA.
From
Yep.
LA.
No big deal.
He's
Just
just
have
throwing
Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan,
Paul
Paul
George,
George, LeBron James, DeMarcus Cousins.
I'm being
They're
honest
looking at
here. He could go and complain that he doesn't see them contending,
Yeah, getting to the championship.
getting to that, be able to go to the championship.
These guys are moving
Complains
around a
and
lot
says, "I want to be traded." He might get traded to the Lakers. Didn't specify what team, but I could see him demanding a trade.
I mean, if that Cavs trade goes through and then LeBron leaves, like, it definitely could be a Raptors leading the conference.
That's a good point.
Because the Celtics would
go down to having only Kyrie and Hayward,
Yeah.
which would even out with Lowry and DeRozan.
Yeah.
I mean, Hayward, I feel, is better, and so is Kyrie, but who knows how they're going to work together.
I wonder if Hayward would have signed with the Celtics if he knew this trade was going to happen.
Oh,
Yeah, we didn't really get the chance to talk to you guys about that. Yeah, the Cavs and the Celtics might be...
Hayward should have came to Indiana anyway.
Yeah, might be getting
Yeah.
traded. Kyrie for Isaiah Thomas,
Right.
Jay Crowder, and a first-round pick, but...
As well as another player that
Another-
we don't know the name
Because
of.
Thomas is
Not
hurt.
yet, not
Because
yet.
Thomas has a bad hip.
Yep, exactly what they were saying. Is Isaiah Thomas's hip is not recovered as well as they were wanting it to
Yeah.
be,
Didn't
so they
pass-
might have to
He
trade.
passed the physical, did he?
No.
I think he passed the
Not yet.
physical.
I think he passed the physical, but it
It's still-
showed enough that it was questionable.
Well,
Yeah, it's like more like it.
So now they're asking for another player
Yep.
as well
To make
as
up
the rest of it.
to help.
Yep.
Ah.
They're talking either Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown going to the Cavs.
Plus all the other ones that
Yep.
were really
Gee,
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
So
Of course they want Jason Tatum.
a first round pick plus a player that was picked in the first round.
Yeah.
one of the best point guards.
Yeah.
One of the best point guards. We'll go with calling him that. A really good defender.
Mm-hmm. And then Jay Crowder.
Yeah.
So like 4 starters for one person.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving.
I know. Wow.
But I think the GMs of the Cavs know their team is about to fall apart, so they're trying to grab as
As
many
many people as they
As they
can.
can,
Yeah.
yep.
Especially Jason
And
Tatum.
especially with Isaiah Thomas only having a 1-year contract left anyway.
Yep.
He's so mad at this deal going on right now.
Oh,
Yep.
I know. He'll probably want to get the hell out of there.
Yep. 1 year, then
He'll be
LeBron
gone.
James 1 year, and then
He'll probably be
everybody's
gone.
just dispersed.
So Cleveland
What
will
does
be-
leave Cleveland left?
Yeah.
Kevin
Nothing.
Love.
Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Kevin
The
Love.
one guy that we all thought would get traded.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
the one that
all-
stays.
He's gonna go.
Wow.
That Cavs are going to go from a top 3 team to
The bottom.
one of the
Yeah,
worst
bottom.
teams.
Yeah.
To-
They'll drop considerably.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, Kevin Love made the Wolves
Ooh.
an okay team while he
Yeah.
was there, but they were never a playoff contention
It'll be
championship team.
It'll be the Timberwolves all
Yeah.
over again, won't it?
Well, if you think about it, if this trade goes through, the Cavs are going to get so much stuff, and then LeBron's going to leave, and they're still going to have basically the Celtics starting lineup right
yeah,
now.
they're gonna be
So their
in.
team's going to be decent plus Love.
They're
Yeah.
gonna be in the playoffs with the first pick of the draft. Like,
Right. It'll be a decent team, just no LeBron.
Okay.
The Lakers will just be
and
ridiculous.
if they could get Tatum, I feel like Tatum could be a decent replacement for LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Not for a while, you know.
Yeah, but his athleticism alone.
Yep.
Like,
Hell of
yeah.
a 3-point shooter,
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yep. So my player was DeMar DeRozan. Who else, say, they might get traded, possibly?
I'm
I'm going with
Ibaka.
Ibaka, that's
Yeah,
what I
I
was
was gonna
thinking
say
too. Ibaka.
Ibaka or Miles.
His salary alone, and they can get some decent. They probably get some decent players for him. So that might make a good trade
Mm-hmm.
for.
Get some depth try to get some depth for a player
Well,
that's
yeah.
overrated.
Yep.
They should package Ibaka and Miles.
Yeah,
together
they
to
could
get
really
stuff.
get themselves some
And then-
players. Yeah.
OG can take CJ's spot, and then whoever.
It's
they
all
get
about getting that OG in
That's
there.
right. You gotta get in there.
Well, with that being said, guys, that was the Toronto Raptors. We talked a little briefly about the Cavs and Celtics trade. And we're going to move on to the Utah Jazz. They have Joel Bolomboy, Tony Bradley, Alec Burks, Dante Exum, Derek Favors, Rudy Gobert, Eric Griffin, Rodney Hood, Joe Ingles, Jonas Jerebko, Joe Johnson, Donovan Mitchell, Raul Neto, Royce O'Neal, Ricky Rubio, Thabo Cephalosha, Ekpe Udo, Nigel Williams-Goss. And by the way, Nigel Williams-Goss will not be with the team. He is going to Spain for a year, so he's not going to be with the team. The record last year was 51-31 with the 4th seed, 5th seed.
Not even going to come close. To that.
Not even come
Sure.
close.
No.
No.
Hayward on the
Hayward no longer on the team.
Yeah.
George Hill, who had his best year of his career, is gone now too.
Yeah, he's off the
And it's kind of
a
getting
different team.
Yeah, a lot more different team.
starting.
Starting 5. Who would like to go first?
Wow.
Ricky Rubio, Rodney Hood, Joe Ingles, Derek Favors, Rudy Gobert.
Yep.
Let's see. I'll probably the same except for let's see who. Oh, Ingles. Well, yeah, Ingles. Joe Johnson.
Joe Johnson's too old.
He's probably getting a little too old to start. So yeah, I'll probably go with the same starting lineup too.
The only thing with me that I would maybe change, but Rodney Hood has gotten significantly better, is the only person I could see maybe is Alec Burks.
Well, that's
Maybe
right.
possibly starting over Rodney Hood, but Rodney Hood has came into his own, so he will probably start.
Why is Udo standing out?
Ekpe Uda?
Yeah, where'd he come from?
He used to be in the league, and then he went to Europe for several years and has came back recently.
The name sounds familiar, Udo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was actually
That's such a unique name.
He was a decent power forward, which I forgot to put /center. He was a decent one, but he's
got to go to Spain.
Yeah, to go to Spain, try to get his game better.
Drafted First round, 6th pick in 2010 by the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay.
So decent player to go first round.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
My best player is going to be probably Rudy Gobert. I mean,
Rudy
he's
Gobert.
a monster on defensive. He's going to have a lot better.
Scoring,
He's
yeah.
going to score a lot more now. The worst.
Without Hayward around, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think he is too.
The worst player is going to probably be Joel Ingles. He's known for his 3-pointers, but doesn't play defense that well. He's 29 years old. This is only his 3rd year in the league. He's a lot older player than a lot of these guys, so I think he'd probably be the worst player.
Whoever starts at point guard is the worst player.
Ricky Rubio!
I really am not settled on Ricky Rubio.
What?
He was kicked off the Timberwolves for being bleh. So
Okay.
I don't see him having the job 100% yet, especially with Dante Exum and Neto being a lot younger.
I don't know this team very well, so
Yeah,
I'm showing all of them.
I don't know this team very except for last year watching Hayward, but he made a lot of people a lot better around him. But Ingles did decent, but he's still a slow white guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll probably be him as the worst player. But they've gotten a little bit worse since that trade, getting rid of not trade, but Hayward being free agent. Yeah.
Going away.
Well, that being said, that was the worst and best player. Let's go ahead and talk about the one player that's on the bench that could possibly start.
Neto, Exum.
NATO and slash Exum over Ricky Rubio?
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
trading all of them, so none of them.
Okay.
I was
Interesting.
with you, Kyle. I think Alec Burks.
Mm-hmm.
He had
Coming
such a regression last year.
He's
Yeah.
supposed to be better. Yeah,
Yeah.
he should be better than what he is.
But the battle between him and Hood, if he doesn't continue to show his potential, could be a battle
Burks
between
could-
those two.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with also Alec Burks.
Yeah,
as
Like I said, Hood went up. Like, he already had the starting job and then did better.
Mhm.
Alec Burks lost the starting job and then did worse. And
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to regain the
True.
job when you lose it.
True. But, again, Hood showed the potential. But
Yeah.
that's,
I'm really interested in what the record's going to be.
Okay, is that what
that's what the next percentage is going to be about is
Yeah,
51 and 31.
Alec Burks only played half the year last year.
Did he?
And his points dropped in half,
Wow.
Wonder if he was hurt is why, maybe?
probably.
Okay. Record 51-31.
Way down.
They were either 4th or 5th seed because of pretty much Gordon Hayward and Rudy Gobert tandem. It was
George
pretty
Hill, yeah.
good, and George Hill too. Defensively, they lost quite a bit with.
And whenever you have those good people starting, it makes
It's hard
the
to
decent people that you have on the bench look better.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
now those decent
Now they have to
people,
be
they
starters.
have starters, and they're just not good.
Yeah, it's a
starters.
total different story. I'm still not a big Ricky Rubio
Nah.
leading this team to
No.
Nope.
He-
Dropping at 11.
11. Wow, 40
Sure.
wins.
40
for
and 20,
Jackson, 40 wins.
I was switching it 31. and
Wow. He's really switching.
31. Wow.
It's not out of the realm of possibilities. I like Rudy Gobert a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe Derek Favors is gonna come back.
One thing about Gobert is hard to guard him. He's so tall and long that
Yeah, but he's
He
so
can-
slow and
he's so skinny.
Yeah.
People push him.
I was comparing it to last year's records.
Wow.
So that would be tied with the Timberwolves, but they're going to get
So much better. They're going to get better.
The Kings are going to get better. They had 32. Dallas, close to the same, 33. So
31, 51. Okay, what do you have, Kyle?
Before I talk about their record, I'm going to bring up another player that might be fighting for that shooting guard position, and that's Donovan Mitchell. He was their draft pick this year, and
Oh, really?
I heard really good things about him. He might be a steal for them, so I've heard good things about him. The record, they just Rudy Gobert is going to get them at least 35 wins, but I'm going to go 44-38.
No,
what'd you say?
44-38.
Nah, you're crazy.
they're not breaking 500.
You're crazy.
Wow.
Rudy Gobert is a monster.
I'll go 41 and 41. I will
41,
go 500. Yeah.
Wow, you're going to have them lose 10? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they have gotten worse.
They got quite a bit worse.
In
I
the
mean,
West,
Joe
it's
Johnson's old.
Crazy.
Ricky Rubio's. Yeah,
It's awful.
that was not a good
Trade.
Was he a free agent or trade?
Trade.
Was he traded? Who
Yeah.
did they trade him for?
Who?
Ricky Rubio. How did they get Ricky Rubio?
Was he a free agent? Or was
I
he
don't even
traded?
know.
I don't know.
'Cause that
he
wasn't-
might have been a free agent.
I guess they
because
panicked when George Hill left, so they
They
had to
didn't-
get something. So
They
got
didn't
Ricky-
want him anymore. I know that. They were done with him.
Oh, Timberwolves, yeah. So yeah, I think that was a awful pickup. They
Yeah,
could have.
because they got Teague, so I'm pretty sure they didn't trade anything.
Yeah.
What's one player that you guys like to see, or that might get traded by the trade deadline?
Everybody.
The whole team. Yeah. There's
Package deals.
except for Gobert, I think
Yeah,
he's
better
about the
players.
only one, but even he's possible.
Yep.
I mean,
They traded Ricky Rubio for first round pick.
for a first round pick. Wow.
Gross. That's
That was a
terrible.
bad- Yeah, I know.
It's-
I would have hung on to that first round pick.
It's the pick via the Thunder.
Oh,
So it's not
Okay.
going to be that good.
Oh, okay.
it was like 28.
So, probably as far as traded,
Yeah.
boy, there isn't anybody really that's not.
Not tradable.
Not tradable.
Yeah, pretty much everybody I would say is able to be
Hey,
traded.
People finally agree with me on
Yeah.
The only one which
Yeah.
Mike said is Rudy Gobert is the only one I could
Maybe.
really see keeping because defensively he's amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
overall, it's just
He's not a player you can build your
Yeah,
entire team
no,
not
around.
really.
And there's nobody on their team that they can,
You can build around.
around.
no.
Just start calling teams. Who do you want?
Well, one of your
Pretty much.
one of your best players is Derek Favors, who's been in the league for a long time. Has never panned out as well as we thought he would.
Yep.
Joe Ingles is one of your starters. That's not a good sign.
No.
I mean,
It's so terrible that they gave up a first round pick for Ricky Rubio. He wasn't even worth a first round pick whenever
but he
they
did
got
the
him.
first round pick. Exactly.
They picked him over Stephen Curry.
Oh,
Yep.
that's oh,
They
we
had
don't talk
two
about
picks, and they got 2 point guards, Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn.
that. Johnny Flynn, and
Oh
they
my
didn't
gosh,
take
Johnny
Steph-
Flynn was supposed to be a super amazing.
And they didn't
Yeah,
take
he's supposed to be like better, way better than Steph Curry.
Wow.
They had the first and the third pick, and then Steph was the 6th pick or 5th pick, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like
You
he was a
gotta
little bit
think
lower.
At that point,
Yeah,
we
Steph
didn't
was.
know that offense was going to turn into just a 3-point showdown.
Yeah, that's true.
What was funny is that I watched Steph Curry in college, and his 3-pointers were nasty then, and they're still nasty.
His was the highest percentage vote for like the coming in for best shooter like in the history of the thing. Like he won like 80% of the votes for being the best shooter, which like
He still is.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on from the Utah Jazz to our last team, the Washington Wizards. We have Bradley Beal, Trey Burke, Tim Frazier, Marcin Gortat, Sheldon Mack, Jan Mahinmi, Chris McCullough, Jody Meeks, Markieff Morris, Daniel Ochifu, Kelly Oubre Jr., Otto Porter Jr., Devin Robinson, Thomas Satoransky, Mike Scott, Donald Salone, Jason Smith, John Wall, Michael Young. Their record was 49-33, and they were the fourth seed. Yeah, yep, fourth seed in the Eastern Conference. Ooh. Who would like to go first and say their starting five?
John Wall.
Where's that Bradley Beal in there?
You don't need that. You just need a John Wall.
You just need a John Wall in all 5 positions?
I'll go Wall, Beal, Porter, Morris, and Gortat.
Yeah, that's probably what I go.
Yeah, to be honest, that's what I'm going with too.
That's what I would go to. Yeah.
Yep. The
Mahinmi came from the Pacers, right?
Yep. Yeah, he did a 3-year, $41 million. Jan Mahimi.
Oh, Jan.
Yeah, he
That
was.
is so overpaid.
3 years, $41 million.
I think, if not more.
Gee.
I think it was actually a lot more than that.
That's about $14 million a year.
17 million?
So.
No, that's 14 million. Yeah.
3 for 42, maybe.
3 for 42. Yeah. Wow.
That would be.
That was way.
3 for 42
overpaid.
would be 14.
Yeah, 14. That's unbelievable. Way too overpaid.
Especially since he's not even the starting
Starting
center for
player.
this team.
He's not even a starter.
It's a 4-year, $64 million.
Wow. So 14.
Yep.
Yeah, still 14.
Yep.
Is that right? Yeah. No.
16.
That's more than that.
16.6 million.
Yeah, buddy. Well, that's
And then the following year is 15.9, and then the year after that is 15.4 million for Jan Mahimi
But he didn't
off the
even-
bench.
But he didn't even average he averages less than 10 points a game.
It was all because of that when we went to the playoffs with him, and he
Alright.
played tremendous for us
Yeah,
off the
still.
bench, and that's the only reason why.
His defense.
Yep, defense. Yep.
Yeah, Germany.
He's going to keep that seat really warm on the bench.
Yeah.
Yep.
He didn't hardly play last year. He was hurt almost the whole year.
Their worst and best player.
John Wall.
Their
Best
best,
player.
right?
That's
Their
the
worst. Who do we have starting? Otto Porter.
I'm gonna go with Morris is the worst.
Worst. Wow.
I don't know more, so I'm going to go with Gortat.
Gortat is a monster on rebounding. He's
I just don't
pretty
like
good.
He's just a slightly above average at everything.
Mhm.
It's kind of like a
That stuff.
poor man's Valanciunas.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah, exactly.
Otto Porter Jr. We have him as a starter.
Yeah.
It's most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, 21 million a year for him.
Where did Trey Burke come from?
Wow. Utah.
Utah.
Okay.
So I'll probably go with worst. It's between Markieff Morris and Otto Porter Jr. Otto can shoot the 3. He did that last year pretty well.
About $21 million.
Morris, he's a good, decent player. Yeah,
You just like John.
they're not bad players. I think they're decent. It's just probably Markieff Morris. Yeah.
Taco was talking background saying Zach loves John Wall. I love John Wall too. He's probably the best point guard in the league.
I really like the Wizards. I don't understand how they do as bad as they do.
Yep.
With him doing.
I won't say
what
that I
he
hate
does.
John Wall. He's just not one of my favorite.
He's the best pure point guard in the league by
Yeah.
far.
He's got
There's
about
no
the
one
most
even
speed.
close
Probably
to
about
him.
the most speed in the league.
Yep.
They're
I see
only
flies. Yeah.
like Chris Paul had the title for the longest
Oh, yeah.
time, and then he
John
had it
Wall.
for the longest time.
Yeah, and then John Wall passed him by.
And
Yeah.
John Wall just ran past him.
Ran
What he's
past
done
him.
is he's worked on his shot.
Yep, that
His shot
too.
has gotten so much better.
A lot
He
better.
was-
Because I
he wasn't
remember.
a decent shooter.
No, he was awful at
And
threes.
then they
He
got-
couldn't shoot the
now
mid
he's
range
getting
either.
better. Now he's getting better. Yeah.
I remember when in his rookie years and his earlier years, all he could do is just dunk or pass the ball.
Yeah.
And then
He's worked on
this
it. a
past
lot.
playoffs, there's teams that are just backing away from him, like
This-
shoot that,
yeah.
and he shot it, and it just went in easily, and it
Now you can't
kind of by the
now
button.
if
No,
you
you
come
can't.
out on him, then he'll blow right by you.
Yep.
Yeah. So we like our John Wall.
I pulled up the rankings just to see.
Yeah. What they say?
Yeah, Westbrook's number 1,
Oh.
Well, triple double, I
Yeah.
can't really argue.
and then Harden.
I still.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I still
To be honest with you
consider
guys,
Harden
I still don't think of Westbrook as a point guard.
No.
He's a shooting guard.
Yeah.
He just happens to have the ball in his hands all the time. Of course, he led the league pretty much in assists.
Assists.
I can't really say it, but he's,
he likes to
John
shoot
Wall's
too
a
much
point guard.
compared to.
John Wall's a point guard, not a shooting guard. So that's why Westbrook's all of it. He's shooting guard and point guard.
Yep.
Bullshit.
John Wall's 7.
John Wall 7.
That's because they consider Harden a point guard as
No,
well.
yeah. See, he's a shooting guard.
He's a
too,
shooting
though.
guard too. Yep. So
So-
He
career.
just happens to have the ball in his hands.
So
a
I'll
lot.
just read them off. So 6
Okay.
is Isaiah Thomas.
Boo.
5's Kyle Lowry.
Boo.
No. Wall's a lot better than
Chris Paul's 4.
right.
Curry's 3.
Boo.
Harden's 2. And then Westbrook's 1.
See,
See,
I mean, those
Doesn't make
rankings
sense.
are based on players at the point guard position. It's not
Point guard
pure
player.
point guard.
Right.
Pure point guard.
Because Steph Curry would be a shooting guard.
Yeah.
Shooting guard too.
Makes sense.
Exactly. These guys are all shooting
Yeah, I'd
guards.
say the only ones that are
It's
point
probably
guard is Westbrook, Wall, and Isaiah.
Thomas. Yeah, Thomas. I'd say.
Yeah, definitely Thomas.
Yeah.
Thomas,
His height alone. Yeah.
He's just so
And
he's
Chris
so
Paul
overrated
is
for
dropping.
being so small. It's
Yeah.
so annoying.
I like him because he's so small.
We still like
Oh,
our.
because he's so small.
We still like our John Wall though.
He's like AI. There's a little tiny guy running around.
Anyways, back to me picking my best player by far, John Wall. My worst player is Bradley Beal.
Oh.
He is overrated,
He's overrated,
as
yeah.
fuck. God, he is so awful. I hate him so much.
He is
overrated.
not worth his contract.
Yeah.
He is a good starter, and he would start anywhere he went, but he is not worth
that
the
kind of money.
contract that they gave him.
What
That
is-
contract
overrated.
is
What they give him?
insane. For the time that they gave it to him. Because they gave it to him, what,
It was like
2,
$100
3
million.
years ago?
2 years ago?
$100 million contract.
Something like that for no.
4 or 5 years.
It was 100.
He's definitely like
it was 100
plus.
plus for 4 years.
Right.
Because it was like a $25 million thing. It was
Wow.
ridiculous. And
Yeah.
it was like 2 years
Because
ago.
he hit some threes during that play.
Yeah, he rained a lot of threes in one game.
Yeah. So
So I'm just gonna throw this out there.
we're still talking about point guards.
Yeah. Kyrie Irving fell to 11 on this
Oh
list.
wow.
That list is full of shit. You should just stop looking at that.
Yeah.
Because
Kyrie
I-
Irving would be in the top 5.
yeah, I didn't even have Kyrie Irving.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
I think Irving and Wall would be like in the top 3.
Yeah, I was scrolling through and I'm like, what did we forget?
Irving.
I know there's somebody.
What do you have
Okay,
there for-
so Bradley Beal this upcoming year is going to make $23.7 million.
Wow.
The following year is 25, then 27, and then 28
See,
million.
So what was it? What was the total? I mean,
It doesn't.
It just
didn't
shows.
specify.
so that's still 100 and that's well,
Five,
100
5
million.
year, 127 million.
See, yeah, that's unbelievable. He raped the Wizards on that one.
Yep, by far. Yeah, it's not even close.
Huh?
I looked at another one, Wall's 4.
Oh, okay. That makes a little more sense.
Well, yeah, this is based on other people's thoughts of the rankings.
Not the SBTK rankings.
ZTKM?
Whatever that
Well, I was like, what the fuck is the SBTK?
SBTK.
Well, whatever we're called.
Where'd the P come from?
Whatever we're called.
STPK. What's a P?
B.
ZTKM Sports.
Well,
Talk.
whatever.
Where we are.
TKM.
Yeah. Whatever our names are.
STPK is what we're going to be called down for on. Okay.
I forgot my own M. I didn't put it. Did I put an M in there?
Put it
I
in.
forgot my own
what
name.
you said.
Forgot
Mike?
my own name.
Your name's Mike, by the way. Just to let you know.
Yeah, I didn't put an M. Wow.
And it's really funny that you say that because his points per game jumped up 6.
Did it really?
Oh, yeah.
Season.
Well, he shoots. Yeah.
He went from 15-ish, 17, 15 to 23 this year.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
He
He's
shoots. Yeah.
he's getting a lot better.
23. Who? Bradley Beal? Or are you talking about?
John Wall.
No, he's talking about Bradley
Oh,
Beal. He had 23.
John Wall is just always amazing. Like,
That's
Yeah.
true.
He's just really
Mike.
fast, that's all.
We're having an argument here about John Wall. If anybody knows that.
Anyways, I'm still thinking that Bradley Beal's overrated. Anyways,
Okay, what else?
what's one player that you could see possibly coming off the bench that could possibly start?
John Wall. He just comes off the bench and starts for himself. John Wall did go up in points per game as well. He was at 20 and went to 23.
Dude.
Not surprised.
And he increased his assist numbers as well. Only by
Nice.
half an assist a
I
game.
hate to say it, but Mahinmi starting for Gortat.
That's what I was thinking.
Wow. Probably because the money they're paying. Well, no, Gortat makes pretty decent money too, doesn't he?
No, actually,
Nothing
he's a
as much
cheap
as me.
contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came here
No,
cheap,
that probably put me
Like-
in that for him. Yeah.
like 11 million or something like that, if that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was
He's
like
cheap.
it was a 10 per year.
Wow.
Yeah, he's cheap.
Gortat's a little bit older too, right?
36.
No, not that old.
Not
He's
that
been
old.
playing.
I don't
He played in
think
the
so.
foreign leagues for a long time.
Yeah, then he went to the Suns and was decent, and he's
Yeah.
been a decent player overall.
What do you guys think about Oubre?
33.
Oh, is he
33?
33?
Okay.
How about Oubre
He might be able to start over Porter.
No.
for Porter?
No?
I thought he was.
He's still way too raw.
Yeah.
Even though it's his 3rd year.
He came on a little bit last year, didn't he? Or is he the one? No, maybe I just read
Yeah,
it 'cause
that's-
he got into a fight
hand-
with
his
the.
handles are just terrible.
Oh, really?
Like he just can't touch the ball until he's ready to score. Like it's awful.
He can't dribble. He can't.
Can't
dribble to
at
make
all.
himself.
It's
Ah.
awful.
I'm trying to think.
The reason
who-
why I would say he might be able to start over Porter is Porter doesn't score as much. Is the only reason why I would say that. I could see that maybe.
Did you watch any Wizard basketball at all last year?
I don't like anybody except for John Wall.
Otto Porter
Is there-
was a monster last year.
He hit the threes. He was hitting the
Um,
threes. Yeah.
I feel like you did alright because I don't even know who he is, but I've heard the name about 15,000 times. So I think he's alright.
I say Donald Sloan in for John Wall.
John Wall.
Alright.
Johnson.
Well, former
Super
Pacer.
full of shit.
Former Pacer.
For a pacer.
Donald.
That averaged 2 points and
Again.
2 assists. Again.
Nobody's coming off the bench to start.
No, probably not really.
No.
Jan maybe for Gortat, but for some they love Gortat. I mean, they think he's the man, so I don't know.
Oh, no.
But Jan was hurt, so it might be Jan.
John,
He-
yeah?
If he's not hurt this year, he'll
Mhm.
he'd probably get the start. Yeah.
Yeah?
So I kept trying to figure out, like, Trey Burke, why do I know him?
Yeah, from the
I know his draft class from college.
Utah.
He
Yeah.
came with,
He's supposed to be one of the better
I think
players.
he
Yeah.
came when Oladipo came in.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
he
think
came-
so.
He came from Michigan.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a good player.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, he's one of the reasons why they won their championship.
Yeah.
Record 49-33. They were the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. What do you guys think?
Zach, go first.
Because of John Wall.
Because of John Wall, and then John Wall being better than John Wall, I will give them those 3 losses that they took, so 52-30.
Wow. Wow.
Go ahead.
I see them having a lot better year because of John Wall.
Because of John Wall.
Because of John Wall.
You guys love yourselves some John Wall.
We do. 54 and 28. 54 and 28.
Wow. I'll go 53.
53?
29, yeah.
Okay.
They're better.
Yep.
It's the East.
Yep.
And they didn't get worse. And they got Bradley Beal.
Okay.
Yeah, they got that great bad.
I'm going to just stay the same.
Stay the same.
States 49 33. Wow.
That's what I'll go with.
Alrighty.
That's my story.
That's the story.
I still have them taking 4th just because
Yeah.
John Wall can't do.
Oh,
John Wall can outplay Lowry, but they have
Not enough around them to-
nobody to compete with DeRozan.
no.
Right. And then, of course, Boston and Cleveland.
Yeah, Boston and Cleveland are in class with their own.
Themselves.
Mm-hmm. Okay. With that being said, with the Washington Wizards, we got also the last one, player that might get traded by the trade deadline.
John Wall.
You shut your whole mouth. Unless he's going to the Pacers, then I'm cool with
There
that.
you go.
John Wall.
Oh, boy.
Didn't we already do this?
No,
No.
we did bench
Traded.
this started.
Okay.
Traded.
Oh, they don't really have too many assets
I
to
know.
really trade.
The starting five is going to stay the starting five, so you really don't want to trade any of
Yeah,
them.
unless they can get rid of somebody for Jan Mahimi to get rid of that contract that
Yeah.
he's definitely not living up to.
Yeah. You get a lot of money for a lot. I mean, a lot of money for not very many points. It's
So
all
I
defense.
keep like 3 people and trade the rest.
I'm seeing them trading Marcin Gortat.
Maybe.
Just
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
go and get some, again, more core young players to be able to play off the bench and maybe get, I don't know, a better power forward than Markieff. Maybe trade Markieff and Gortat for
Markieff
maybe
thought, yeah.
another power
Markieff
forward.
is known. Is it he the one that gets in trouble a lot, or is it was his brother?
Well, both of them get in trouble.
Trouble a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see Markieff screwing up and getting traded for somebody.
Yep.
Getting a fight or something.
Yeah,
Going to
he's
the Cowboys.
going to the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otto Porter Jr. might get traded. You never know. So I mean, like
they,
you said,
they
there's.
just gave him a contract.
Oh, did they?
Right now.
Oh, okay, so probably be Markieff Morris or Gortat.
Okay, guys. Well, that being said, that was the end of this podcast. We are done with NBA. We don't have any more teams. We might come back to NBA here in probably another month. We get back to talking about maybe drafting players. But next week we're going to do NFL teams, or not teams, but weeks. For every team, for every matchup, we're going to pick a team. We're going to do the point differential, what their final score is going to be, and there's going to be a couple other subjects we might consider about doing for each team, and then do that through 16 weeks. And there's some other little secret ones that we might do for our video that I'm quite curious to see what my friends would like to do with that. With that being said, guys, we're going to go
John Wall's
ahead.
best point guard in the NBA.
That being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this video right here, and we'll see you guys later.